Thank you guys so much for tuning into Moments of Clarity. This is your boy Charlie Tubbs III. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your Thursday to come and hang out with your boy. So today we are connecting back with my friend Rueben Echoles, we've been working on a great project this summer, and so we're going to chop about that on today's Moments of Clarity. So if y'all ready, I'm ready. Ruben's here with his cast, and we're going to have a great time today. So let's go. And today is Thursday. It's a rare moments of 30, but moments of clarity. But we're excited to be here with Rueben Echoles and the cast of Urban Love Stories. So, Rueben, there's so much we talked about in our last live, and so I'm excited to have you back. So let's talk about this project in particular and how it started, how its inception, and then we'll talk about where it is now, and just we'll talk about the process in its entirety. So, Rueben, chop up with us. Can you hear me? You got to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, though.
Sorry about that. So first of all, I did it. Am I there?
You got it.
Can you hear me?
You're there.
Okay.
Yep.
I was like, I did it. Great. So thank you for having us back. Secondly, Urban Love Story was written in 2012, and it was my answer to the violence in Chicago. It was I used to be a CPS teacher for 7 years. And in those 7 years of me being a teacher, I was just inundated with the violence, and it was happening to my students. And I asked my students, hey, what are you doing for your community? And my students said, what are you doing? And so I felt the need to do something and say something. So I wrote Urban Love Story as kind of an answer to combat the violence in Chicago, and just letting people know that you have a choice, and your choice not only affects you, but it affects the people around you. And that show has been running at the Black Ensemble Theater as a theater for young audiences performance for high school students since 2012. And this year, for our summer internship program, we usually do a live performance. And this year, because of COVID, we were not able to do a live performance. So the team chose Urban Love Story for the interns to perform at the end of for their final project. And because we're all doing things virtually, we decided to do it as a film. And so that is how we came up with this particular project. And the interns, first of all, Black Ensemble does a summer internship program for young people ages 16 to 23. In the summer, it's a 6-week program that kind of bridges the gap to prepare them for the professional world of the arts. And we like to expose them to all different types of art forms, specifically pertaining to theater. We generally do a multimedia film portion of the program, but it's usually a very small part of the program. But this year, because things are virtual, we decided to make it the focus. And this year, the interns did everything themselves. So this film, they shot everything on whatever device that they used. A lot of it was their phones or tablets. They shot everything themselves. They costumed themselves. They played multiple characters. So I'm very, very proud of the work that they have put into this project. And that's it.
That's dope, Ruben. So you have some of your cast members with you. So please introduce them, and then we'll talk to them throughout this process.
Great. We have Jalen Halliburton, who plays Mr. Miles, and he's a griot in the show, and he plays the bum. All of the actors play, most of the actors play multiple characters. We have Naya Burnett, and she played a griot and a news reporter in Urban Love Story. And then we have the lead, Blake Reasoner, who plays Ty. And in the film.
That is great. So Anisha, I think she'll be back.
Okay.
I think she probably got kicked out, but we'll introduce when she comes back in.
Right.
So great. Let me talk to some of the cast members. So I know you guys had an interesting time doing this project. So Jalen, since you top dog up in these streets over there, you're up there. since since you top up there in these streets, so please tell me a little bit more about your experience throughout this project. How was this project for you?
This project really helped me experience a lot of growth, mostly because throughout the entire process, we were pretty much on our own doing a lot of the production. I mean, yes, we definitely had the guidance from our instructors, and we always go to them and, of course, go to each other. But for like the first time, this was where I had to do this huge, big thing on my own where I knew it was something that would really be impactful. And so it was like a mental challenge because I had to realize that this is something that I'm not just doing because of my love of acting, but it's something that we are really telling a story. And I have to make sure that everything I do does not deviate from telling the story truthfully in any sort of way.
Cool. That's dope, man. That's a great learning curve. So listen, Anaya, I want to ask you the same question. Tell me about your experience throughout this process. And did you learn something new? Did you learn something about yourself during this process?
Well, I guess I could say I learned a lot of things. At first, I was talking to one of my directors, Mrs. Bless, and I was telling her that I really couldn't connect to the story because I've never been, you know, you know, like in a position where I had to fend for my other friend like during gun violence. So I was saying, Miss Bless, I don't know how to connect to this story and I don't know how to do it because I don't know what it's like. And she said, "Well, everybody has their own story to tell. And just because you can't connect to this one, you can connect to yours. So just because yours may be littler than gun violence and you may feel like it's little, it's not. So you have to understand that every story matters." So that's what I really had to learn and how I connected to the story.
Naya, that's dope. That's a great life lesson, especially for anybody that's aspiring to be in this industry. You do have to use your personal stories, your personal trauma sometimes to connect with the characters. That's so. You just gave us a moment of clarity. Come through. That was great. That was great. So Blake, let's talk, bro. So tell me about your experience throughout this process.
I came into the process a couple weeks late when I was asked to be a part of this journey. I was scared, but I know that there's no growth in comfort. So I knew it was the right thing to do. And because that, I know a lot of people who know victims of gun violence. I know some victims of gun violence. So I knew the message was more important than how I was feeling in that moment. And honestly, it was such a boost of confidence because I didn't think that I could film my own stuff and edit my own videos and be in control of my audio and my own styling, my own lighting. But I did it and we did it with the guidance of some amazing mentors and coaches. So it really showed me that I can do anything, and that anybody can do anything.
Listen, the word of wisdom for the day was there's no growth in comfort. That you listen.
Come on.
You could have dropped the mic right
Yes.
there, sir. You could have just dropped the mic.
Drops.
Yeah. Say, hey, my name is Blake, and there is no growth in comfort. My God.
My name is Blake, and there is no growth in comfort. Boom.
Hey. That is great, man. I think well, one, I've seen the play before, and so the fact that you guys adapted it to a movie concept is really dope. And I think there she is. What's up, Anisa? You back? Welcome back. The struggle is real in the streets, I know.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you sound great.
And you sound amazing now. Hey, so Anisha, tell us about your prize. Tell us about your what did you gain from this process?
Wait, before she starts, though. Wait, before she starts, she needs an introduction. Can I
Oh, let
please
go.
introduce her?
Okay, please do come through.
So, Anisha plays multiple characters in the show, like most of the actors. However, she also plays the star of the show. So she's Nina, the rapper, and she plays Ty's mom, Aunt Alicia, and Agrio. She does a phenomenal job with all three. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Moments of Clarity, Anisha Hine.
Hey, come through, Anisha.
Um, Thank you. This has taught me a lot. One thing for sure is angles is everything. Recording your own self, I applaud those people behind the cameras because I was like, how do I get this? Am I on the left, the right? Like, it was a lot of stuff that I learned, and I was like, so this is what it's like. It was an eye opener for me because you don't really, I won't necessarily say appreciate those people behind the camera, but you don't know like what they actually have to do in order to make you look good. You just like, you stand there and hold the camera, but it was like, no, you have to make sure the camera was in a certain spot at a certain angle, certain lightings, how they make you look. So it was a lot. It was a lot.
It was, and from my understanding, you guys did a really great job, and so thank you guys for becoming a part of that process. Now, is this your first time being a part of the internship program at BET,
Nope,
Anisha?
not at all. This is my fourth year.
Okay. How many other veterans are on the panel? Any other veterans? Okay, Blake, the mic dropper. Okay. Okay, Jalen, top dog. Naya, is this your first time?
Yes, this is my first year.
Okay, well, come on, come through, freshman.
Yeah, but I am the youngest, so
Okay.
But Naya, the interns did everything. So they found footage for B-roll. They found photos, and Naya actually put together a great montage for the opening of the film. So that's the other thing that I love about this program, that it allows the interns to grow, not in just areas of acting, but in all areas of art. So kudos, because this was a huge undertaking, and like champions, they attacked the work, and becoming a stunning piece. We are wrapping up the editing process now, and I'm very proud of it.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you. So let me ask you all some individual questions. Blake, let's go back to you. Everybody, mute your mic. So I'm not speaking to you directly. Ask the questions. Hey, Blake. So, is
Yeah.
this something that you want to do in your life? You want to be an actor? You want to be in the entertainment industry? Talk to me about some of your aspirations.
Yes, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I was actually blessed to make my theater debut last year in The Other Cinderella, but I've been acting professionally since 2017. I've done commercials, I've done spots as extras on TV shows, I've auditioned for a lot of stuff, but it's what I've always wanted ever since I was a kid, and it's what I will always want to do. You know, I want to be an actor, an artist, a dancer, a model. But this showed me that I also want to be a director. So,
Yeah.
absolutely, I want longevity and success.
That's dope, man. Well, listen, you are definitely connected with the right people, man. Ruben Echoles and the BET team, they are amazing.
Yeah,
So
they are
stay plugged in as
phenomenal.
much as possible. So Naya, freshman, let's talk to you. Uh, so Naya, so is this something? Is this an aspiration for you, or this is just something you never did before and you just trying it out? So is this an aspiration? You want to be in the entertainment industry?
I do absolutely. This is not the first thing I've done. I've done plenty of musicals, and I help around my community with those musicals and theater programs. So as soon as I came across this opportunity, I was like, absolutely, I want to be part of it. And I made the right decision. One, because it's so fun. Our directors are so caring and they care about us a lot. Mrs. Fry, right now, she's helping me build my resume for an upcoming
Yeah.
audition. So it's something I love. I love to do it.
That is what's up. And by listen, Naya, I just want you to know I wasn't saying that you were like a freshman like in life, that you were like just beginning. Because when you came on, you said, and this is not my first time doing something. I think you're killing it. You're doing a great job. You did a great job with this project. And we know you're a boss queen, so I wasn't trying to come for you. Okay, Jalen, talk to me, bud. Okay, so cool. So is this an aspiration for you? This is something that you want to do in your life, or is this something you just tried out for the first time?
Oh yes, this is definitely something I want to do for my entire life. I literally grew up in the arts, whether it was singing in choir, whether it was doing solos, whether it was doing parts in plays, whether they were big parts or small parts. And I was always at my happiest performing. I felt like it was the one place that I truly shined. And I just kept on doing it over and over as I got older and older. And then I met Tyler. I came into the Tyler Perry world, and I definitely was inspired because I enjoyed his plays. I enjoyed watching how he did things on stage and in film, and so my love just continued to grow. And so I decided to pursue it in college, and from there I was able to gain even more of an understanding and appreciation. And for this internship, woo, we just took it all the way, and it solidified my love and it solidified my confidence in my abilities. And from there, I was sure that this is what I want to do for my entire life.
That is so
I can
dope.
see myself even, I can see myself even like 80, 90 years from now, still doing something involving performing.
I love all of that, Jalen. You a star, bro. I love all of that. Listen, okay, so Anisha, so tell us, is this something that you aspire to do, or this is something you just well, you've been a part of the program for a few years, so is this you want to pursue this like full time?
Most definitely.
Unmute your mic. Like we can't hear you, so unmute your mic. There you go.
Okay. Yes, I've been doing this since I came out the womb. My mom always called me a drama queen. So, no, like I grew up with music, dancing. Like I grew up with it all. So it just stuck with me. And then once I got connected with the Black Ensemble Theater, it was a wrap. Like it's literally my family. There's no way that I cannot go. You learn so much each year. It's never the same thing. And like Naya said, they're so loving and caring. And they teach you not only like the theater aspect of things, but real life skills. So I think that's one of the most amazing things. Especially Miss Taylor. I love her. Great, great, great lady. Invest in us so much. And I really just respect the Black Ensemble Theater. And it really just, pushed me to really go into it and to help you trust your instincts. So yes, I love it a lot.
That is really, really dope. So, Ruben, I know just as much. Everybody, mute your mic if I'm not communicating with you, please. But Ruben, I know just as much as the your interns are inspired by your work. I know they inspire you as well. So, talk to me about some of that inspiration that you got from them throughout this process.
um every day, every single day. The This process, they literally did everything. So the script was already written, but we changed it from a musical because the original piece is a musical, a full musical. So we changed it from a musical to the adaptation is pretty much straightforward. There's a song or two there, but we removed the music, and so I just gave them the text, and I allowed them to adapt it in whatever way they saw fit, and they rewrote lyrics, they produced underscore music, they produced music, they did artwork, everything. So this project is theirs. And as I am editing the footage with the team, every day I find something new that just makes me smile, and I just beam because they're so smart, they're just insightful, and it feels like they've been here before. Like it feels like that they have actually walked in these shoes of the different characters. And this story is very close to me because some of the characters are actually personal friends of mine that I lost. And to see them embody the characters and to be able to see my friends come to life again, it really is a life-changing experience. And I wrote the piece for the world to potentially change the world. And what has happened is I have been changed from the work that these interns have done. And I just believe that once people see it, that they will be changed as well. So
That is really, really dope. Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. That is amazing. That's what it's all about. So I know some of you cast members, I'm coming right back to you. I know some of you look at Nisha was like, no, child, you ain't coming back to me. She's let me get right on out of here while y'all play. But no, I want to talk about. I know you all had some challenges, so I want to talk to you about some of the challenges you guys may have faced during this project. Because what you guys are doing is sort of kind of revolutionary. Like most theaters are shut down; they're not doing anything, and so you guys are moving programs forward like this by giving interns opportunities to put together something like this. It's pretty dope. So I'm gonna start with you, Naya, since you're the top dog now. And I want to ask you, so tell me about a challenge that you may have had. It may be with recording, and maybe something silly or something funny that happened throughout this process. Tell me about a challenge that you had that you got. Like, I don't know if I want to do this because I know we have them. So tell me about the challenge that you had.
I think the biggest challenge that I probably had was trying to record, but then also trying to put my acting piece in it. So a lot of when the times that I was recording, I would have like 20 bloopers on my phone, and I wouldn't be able to pick which one. And it was just crazy mayhem. And I just never knew how to do something, when to do something. Because usually when you're having a rehearsal, you have 24, you have that support right there. Like you can just go in the other room and find that director and get them to help you. But there, all I had is myself in that moment. It was, you girl, you gotta do it. So a lot of the times I was just like, okay, let me just refresh and do this again.
That's
So
good. That's good. That's good. That's good, Naya. Okay, so Jalen, tell me about an obstacle that you may have faced throughout your planning process for this.
Wow. Because I'm so theatrically trained, I'm so used to like having another character and another actor there, energy to feed off of. And so the challenge for me was being able to still truthfully tell my character's story and be able to show off, well, not really show off, but give out the correct and truthful emotion and feeling to another character without somebody physically being there. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to like realize that, okay, I have to make sure that even though I'm not like physically talking to someone, that the audience can still see and can still feel the realness and the truthfulness and the belief and have a believable idea from my character.
Yeah.
Now, I heard you mention a funny thing. So I want to tell you this funny thing that happened to me while I was filming.
Please do.
So one of my characters, degree, I have to wear this black hood. So one day I was literally outside filming those lines, literally just there. Had the camera, chair, everything, and I had my hood just covering up my face. Somebody comes up to me and say, "Hey," and I don't have their exact words, but they literally asked me, and I couldn't tell at first. I'm saying, huh? They literally asked me, was I selling weed? I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't. I'm like, no, I don't have no weed. I'm like, yeah, time to wrap it up. So yeah, that's a funny thing that happened to me.
So were you recording outside? Is that you recording? You was recording outside?
Yes.
And somebody say, "Are you selling weed? Give me some." Is that what happened? What was going on?
Yeah. He said something like that, and I'm like, this is happening. What? I'm like, okay, yeah, time to wrap it up.
Oh man, that is great. I love all of that. That's drama that I live for. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, Blake. So tell me about an obstacle that you may have faced, and then Nisha, I'm coming right back to you. Blake, tell me about the obstacle that you may have faced throughout this process, and please, if you got some funny, please include the foolishness, please. Thanks.
Um, I have one, but I don't think it's as funny. But I'll tell you the obstacle first. Usually, as an actor, you show up to set, and your main focus is making sure that you are telling the story as authentically as possible. But since we had to record ourselves, check our own acoustics, and be in control of so much, it was kind of hard for me to do that, and also still be an actor. So it's kind of, similar to what everybody else was saying, making sure that you were telling the story as authentically as possible, all while filming, checking the audio, checking your costuming, for continuity and everything like that. As far as funny story, a girl hit on me while I was recording an outside scene that didn't even make the final cut, but I appreciated it. She was like, "Hey, you look cute," as I was acting.
Oh,
So
that's what's up.
that's about
That's
it.
what's that's hey man, that works. That works. That works.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool as ever. So you out there trying to get your stuff done, and a young lady comes by and says, "Oh, you cute. Keep doing that, man. That's a sign. Keep doing it. Keep doing
Another
it. Keep doing it."
self-esteem.
Blake, next time you're supposed to say, "My cash app is."
Hey, pay some tuition, okay?
It's like, listen, I don't do this for free. Well, give her your cash app next time. We're gonna see how much she really like you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay.
All right, Anisha. So welcome back. So tell me about an obstacle that you may have faced since you played 5,000 characters throughout this this particular piece. Tell me about Tell me, did you get the characters mixed up? Like when you playing for one, it didn't set the lines of another. So tell me what type of obstacles that you had maybe that you faced throughout this process.
So, so me being a perfectionist, like trying to play these characters, sometimes I would get lost in the other character because I'm trying to film them all in 1 minute. Like I forget to change the way my voice is, and then I'll record the whole entire scene, and then I'll look back at it like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this all over again. I'm like, or either while I'm saying something, I might forget a line and I skip it, and I'm like, wait, what I just say? I'm like, oh, so it was a lot because I had to try to remember that character, what they were saying, because my automatic response is, okay, say what Alicia says. And I'm like, wait, no, I'm not Alicia right now. Wait, who am I right now? So that happened a lot. And sometimes, like, there's a lot of bloopers that I put in because I was constantly like, are you kidding me? I meant to say that, not this. Or that I'd be like, I should be like, not even saying real words. I was saying I should be like, but I kept saying I should be like, I should be like, I should be like this. Maybe I should try this. Like I was saying my thoughts as I was filming, and I'm like, wait, what are you doing? So that was a lot. It was the staying focused, remembering who my character was, committing to that character, following through, and then the process, following that process. That was my biggest obstacle.
Okay, that's what's up. So now I know you had some foolishness going on. So now I already know. So tell me something that's silly that happened throughout the process. I know all of you had, because I mean, one, you're working by yourself, you're working with your own equipment. So I already know, because I do this in real life. So I already know you got like 5,000 stories. You can just call one off, just like this would happen and see what had happened was. Go ahead.
So there was the scene I was playing with Alicia, and I was going to open up the door in the scene, and I'm like yanking the door, like, what is going on? Then I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I have to record it. I really thought it was something wrong with me. I was like, is my hand? Am I having a stroke? Like, why can't I get this door open? And I'm like, you locked the door. I was like, wow. Like I had it was a real brain fart moment. I was like, why? What is going? I got scared for a moment because I'm like, am I having a stroke? Like, why? Why is my hands not working? The door was
Oh
open.
my God. That that is great. And the fact that you went straight to I'm having a stroke is, hey man, thank you so much for that. You changed my life. You don't even realize how much. So Ruben, you being the leader of this particular process, I know you've had some probably some challenges as well. So tell me about an obstacle that you may have faced as it may have related to them, because obviously that's a whole nother area that they may not see is maybe like maybe my instructor has some obstacles as well. So talk about some of your obstacles, perhaps.
My obstacles came with technology because the internet was not our friend a lot of times during the process because our rehearsals were via Zoom and our instruction time was via Zoom. So there would be times where I'm sending out information or I am waiting for scenes to come in and I wouldn't get them, and they're like, "Well, I sent them," and they're downloading. So that was a huge obstacle because internet connections just were not good for us during this process. So that was difficult. I don't know. I don't know if I have a funny moment. I think my funny moment is the blooper reel. I this blooper reel is some of the funniest stuff that I mean, it is hilarious. And I can't wait for you guys to see the like, and I have my own bloopers. There are a couple of things because of technology I had to come in and do a voiceover on something or do a something. So you'll see me in the film just a little bit, surprising turns. But so I have my own moments where and forgetting lines and doing all this work as the instructor, I was like, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to have it together. But when I stepped into their shoes myself, I was like, what did I do to these young people? This is not right. And so I forgot, I wrote the script and I forgot all the
I
lines.
understand.
There's one blooper where I was like, I just didn't know what I was supposed to say. So kudos. I can't say kudos. I think every instructor should. I think as an instructor, especially if you've been doing it for so long, sometimes you forget what it takes to actually do the work that you're asking. As a director, sometimes you forget how hard it is to do some of these things. And so I just want you guys to know that I stepped in your shoes and bless you. That's all I got.
All right, so Anisha, so let me ask you this. I know you all are aware of that everything that's going on in the world, even Thug Rona. Um, uh, that's so with all the stuff that you all see that's happening on the news as it relates to Black people. How are you doing, Anisha? How are you doing as a creative? How are you doing? You can unmute yourself and go ahead.
Um, um, you know what? Um, it made me even more passionate about the film. It really
That's
did,
right.
because I could feel the pain of our people. And
Yep.
it's like, it's not even no more you read it in the history book and it's like, wow, that was a long time ago. It's like, no, it's happening right now. Like, reoccurring, and it blows my mind. But in the film, that's why I really try to dedicate myself to this, because I really wanted people to understand and feel that, this doesn't just affect one person, it affects a group of people, it affects the community, it affects everybody. So I think that was, this whole thing really just made me passionate about the film.
That's good. That's good because the arts are designed obviously to challenge people's thinkings, ideals, and so this production is a good way to be able to do that. So, Jalen, talk to me and let me know how you're doing throughout this process. There's a lot going on in the world, but how are you doing? I just want to check in with you from one creative to another. How are you doing?
Wow, with everything that's constantly going on in the world, I at times I have experienced a little bit of uneasiness just because like I begin to wonder like what if that is me that this is happening to? Or what if that actually hits closer to home? Because it's hit, closer to home for a lot of people that I know. And I've been blessed that it's not happened to me yet. So there have been times where I've been uneasy. I've felt a little bit of uneasiness. But at the same time, I use that uneasiness as a way to fuel my motives for making sure that this message is got across to my audience.
That's dope. That is dope. So, Naya, come through, madam. Same question. Same question for you. How are you doing from one creative to another?
Um, I totally agree with Jalen. Since I live in DeKalb, it's, different here. Not only that, because when I first moved here, it was predominantly white people. And I lived in Chicago, so I was in a very diverse place, and I was confused because I didn't understand how just one group of people could live in a specific place. So, as I'm in this film and in this production, it has opened my eyes to see that not everything is just rainbows and glitter and unicorns, and it's not perfect. And I wasn't really, I was almost in a bubble. I wasn't exposed to those things. So having this film has made me feel uneasy because of the environment that I'm around, and teachers and all those things have just made me think more and made me realize that you know she says something to, like, how you almost, somebody says something to you and you don't know that it's racist, or you don't know that it's not a compliment at the end of the day. So I've looked at those things and I'm like, wow, that wasn't a compliment, that was really rude.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I've learned and how I'm feeling.
Listen, Naya, that's really really dope, and I think that's what art is designed to do. It's designed to help evolve us or move us to action, move us to change, and great job, yeah. And so, I mean, hats off, Ruben, to for writing a show that that touches people in a lot of different ways. So that's really really dope. Um, Blake Master. Okay, tell us. Tell us, so from one artist, from one creative to another, man, I just want to ask you, how are you doing?
First, thank you for asking that question. I really do appreciate it. In times like these, I really got to dig into my faith and dig into my spiritual awareness and prayer, because there are some days, especially this year, where I'm just not okay. And it's okay to admit that you're not okay some days. But right now, it's just all about finding balance for me. Some days I just can't watch the news. Some days I just can't be on social media. And some days I just plug in. So right now, at the moment, I'm fine because I'm finding balance in my life. Obviously, this story needs to be told. To be quite honest, I haven't seen a project as authentic as Urban Love Story for theater yet. So I'm so excited to see what it does and our adaptation of it. As far as telling the story of Chicago gun violence, and even the language is so spot on. You can tell this was written by somebody who's lived through it instead of somebody who's seen it from the outside looking in.
Yep. That is dope. So Ruben, so then tell us, sir, thank you, Blake. Um, tell us, man, how can people watch Urban Love Story? When is it debut, the film project, so that everybody can check it out and see more of it?
I'm glad you asked. So we are premiering September 5th. That's this Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Um, it'll be on Black Ensemble Theater's Facebook page and our YouTube page. And so please, everyone, just check it out. These young people have done a phenomenal job, and I'm very proud. And I also just want to take the time to shout out the instructors and the other team members. Kyla Fry was an instructor, Dawn Bless, um, Nick Bellinger, Robert Redrick, and Lyle Miller, and Robert Redrick and myself. We are the editing team for the film. So I'm just really proud of all the work that everybody, all the hard work everyone's put in.
That is dope. So then on September, that's Saturday, right?
Yes, this Saturday.
So this Saturday at 6 p.m. Is that correct?
6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can go to Facebook page, the Black Ensemble Theater's Facebook page, and it'll be there, as well as if you haven't started following, do follow the Black Ensemble Theater YouTube page, because it'll stream from there as well. This was a really, really dope live. I'm so glad that you guys took out some time to come hang out with me. So I hope you guys had as much fun as I had, sort of kind of chopping up with y'all, because y'all made my day. Y'all gave some good wisdom, some good experience, and that's what it's all about. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this process as much as I've enjoyed watching this process and hearing from Ruben how this whole process came together. I was like blown away. I was like, oh man, this should be so dope. And so thank you all for agreeing to be a part one of the internship program to pull something like this off. And so I really can't wait to see it. So I'm gonna let you guys give your final thoughts and your final how you can so tell like somebody that's viewing that may be an aspiring creative, but there's maybe a little shy. Tell them the importance or why they should step out and do what you all are doing. We're going to start with you, Naya. So the question is, how would you encourage someone that aspires to do what you do, or that wants to do what you do?
Really just follow your heart, go with your gut. You know, it's important to be a part of things like this because you find family and you find friends and long-term friendships. So I really think that if this is something that you want to do and this is something that makes you happy, do it, because not only is it fun, but it's worth it. It's worth experience and it's worth learning new things.
That is dope, Naya. I've so enjoyed your stories, everything you talked about today. I definitely I talk about this a lot. That it's and all of us, we all have grown up in bubbles. So I don't want you to feel a certain way about that. We all live in a bubble, and but just as you get out and you do things like this helps you to want to get exposed to different types, different styles, different because there are we live in a melting pot, so there are all types of people, all types of black people, all types of brown people, all types, and all the backgrounds are different. So all of us individually have to pop bubbles in our lives. So the fact that this experience helped you to see the world differently, man, it's just kudos to the program, because that's what art should do. It should help us all evolve. So thank you for sharing that, Naya. It meant the world to me. So Jalen, come back, bro. So listen, how would you encourage someone that aspires to do what you're doing right now?
Honestly, I would just let them know there are stories that need to be told, and who better to tell it than you? Especially if you've experienced what is happening, or especially if you have something to say, go ahead and say it. Like, don't deprive the world of whatever you have to say, because the world needs your words or your song or your lyrics or whatever talent you have. The world needs it. And who better to do it than you?
That's dope. I love all of that. I love all that. Great words of wisdom. Um, Anisha. So how would you encourage or inspire someone that wants to be an actress and wants to do all the cool stuff you did throughout this process?
I would tell them to take that leap of faith. You want to live a life saying that you did rather than what if I did. Because when you try something new, whether it's good or bad, you learn something. And that's what's more important is learning something, because when you learn, you can gain knowledge. Gaining knowledge, you get wisdom. And you're able to apply that to all aspects of life. So take that leap of faith, trust your gut, trust your heart, and do what you love to do, so that when you wake up in the morning and you go to work, you don't have to sob or cry or be angry because you're going to a place where you don't want to go. You'll be able to wake up with a smile on your face, whether you're waking up at 5 a.m. or you're waking up at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. You'll be able to honestly have joy in the inside and out.
And that is accomplished by doing. I love that. I love that. Guys, great words of wisdom. Those are great words of wisdom, Anisha. It is important to do. That's real. That's real. Faith without works is dead. So Blake, come through. So for someone that may be encourage someone that may aspires to do what you're doing.
Um, in the words of Lisa Lefta Lopez of TLC, she said, if you can think it, it has already happened in your mind. So just manifest that into reality. So that's all I really have to say, because that's what motivated me to do what I'm doing right now. So
Say that again, sir, please. That was good.
if you can think it, it has already happened. Now manifest it into this reality, because it's already happened in this reality.
That is the dopest thing, man. Dude, that is so dope. That's great. That's great. I love all that. So y'all just gave y'all speeches for y'all first Oscars. That was great. That was dope. I love all of that. That's really really dope. That's really really dope. So I really appreciate you guys for being a part of this. One of being a part of this project. And Ruben, I want you to definitely say some things to encourage someone that aspires to do what you do as well. That's very very important. I just want to esteem the students. It's so important that you all keep doing what you're doing. Um, and Anisha's back. There she goes. Keep doing what you're doing. You all are inspiring people in more ways than you all probably are even aware of. And so even by doing something like this, coming on a live like this, there are thousands of people that are going to watch this live. And so you all are inspiring more people than you all may even, recognize. And so, Ruben, please tell us how you would inspire someone that wants to do what you're doing.
Yes, you can. Block out and fight those negative words and thoughts every millisecond. Fight them, because I'm just going to echo what all of the interns have said. The world needs to hear from you. And I'm just going to just say that in 2012, when I thought about writing this story, I almost did not. And so I'm like holding back the tears right now, because had I not, then the things that these interns have experienced, and how it has changed their lives, those things would not have happened. And so this just serves as confirmation for me that I'm on the right path. And so I'm just, yes, you can. And I literally almost did not write this because I felt like, who am I to try to change the world or make somebody think something different? I'm just a boy from the south side of Chicago. So it just, first of all, thank you, interns, because wow, it just means a lot to me. And so anybody listening, yes, you can. That's it.
Yes, you can. And so if the question is in your mind, should you? Hopefully you got some affirmation. Yes, you should. Your voice matters, as Jalen said. The world does need to hear your voice. Um, there's something so unique about your sound. If you interns and those of you that watch, if you don't take anything away from this, understand that you speak, you communicate, you sing, everything that comes from your vocal cords, that Anisha would dip right out. Won't you be like, child, listen, go ahead. But no, I know it's a connection. This I'm messing with her. But no, I want you to know that your sound, the way you talk, your singing, your vocals, everything, your vocal pattern is in frequency is just as unique as your thumbprint. There's no one, even people can imitate your sound, the way you sound, but they really can't really get it 100% spot on. So that's even the more reason why the world needs your voice. We need your frequency. We need your sound. And so I echo what Jalen said. If it's in you to say it, by all means say it. If it's in you to do it, back to what Ruben said, yes, you can. And if it's on your mind, to echo what Blake said, you just need to manifest it in this reality. It's on your mind. You're already doing it. Just go do it. So, guys, thank you guys so very much. You guys have been so inspirational. This project, I cannot wait to check it out this coming Saturday. And so, Ruben, if you once you get the link, if you'll send it, I'll definitely I'll tag people. I'll tag it in this particular live as well. That way, as people are watching, they can click on the link and then just go watch the entire movie. But hats off, you guys. You guys obviously did some great productive things this summer in a lot of different ways. And I want you to know, from Cali, I salute you. I'm proud of you. Let me get Anisha back in here since the struggle with the connection is real in the streets. Anisha, let me ask you a quick question before we get off. Which side of Chicago are you on? Are you in Chicago?
Not at all.
Where are you?
I'm in Joliet.
Oh, you in Joliet. Oh, yeah, Joliet. The J stands for janky internet, perhaps. Maybe.
Okay. See, you stretching.
No,
You
I'm
ain't have
messing
to
with
do
you.
me like that.
Listen, we family now. So that's we take little digs at each other. It's all in love. I love you. Thank you guys. You are so inspirational. So I appreciate you guys taking time out of your Thursday to come and talk to us and our audience about Moments of Clarity. Um, Follow me. I'll follow you guys back, and I'll tag you guys in this video. That way, you all can have it on your pages as well. But appreciate you guys. I salute you, Ruben. Thank you so much, man, for doing this. Thank you for following your gut, following your heart to write this script because it's inspiring. And you wrote that, what, in 2012, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, wow. And here almost 10 years later, it's inspiring a whole new group of creatives. So yeah, congratulations, man. Great job. Hats off to you all. Hats off to Black Ensemble Theater for doing this program. You guys are amazing. And I appreciate you guys for taking the time out. So until next time, guys, I just want to salute you. Salute you, Blake, Jalen, Anisha, Jay with the janky internet, and Naya. Naya, I want to salute you guys. Thank you guys for taking the time to come hang out with me. I appreciate it. You guys have a great rest of the weekend, okay?
All right, you too.
You
Okay,
too.
bye.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Ruben, man, thank you, dude. This was really good, man. This was really good. You had a good cast that helped you pull that thing together, man. So I know you got your chest stuck out like a proud dad, like maturing that came through. So and so I know you're watching it now, right? Because you all are finishing up the edit, right, to give it for Saturday, right? So is it
Mm-hmm.
you're finishing it up now? Yeah. So that has to be like very, very inspirational. So yeah, cool, man. Great job with that, man. So you all were able to recruit some cool, really, really cool young adults, man. They seem to be really, really passionate about the project, and so I'm excited to see it just because they were passionate about it. I want to see that come off on the film. So and they got it. It just wasn't a job. You know what I'm saying? It was just wasn't something to do, but they were passionate about it. They got into all 12 of their characters. You know? And so you clown them when you see them next time. So if you need to, so now I know you got split personalities. You can pull off.
Exactly.
You pulled off 7 people, really, and we couldn't tell the difference. Yeah, yeah. We know your works. But yeah, man, thank you, dude. This was an hour so well spent. I'm so proud of the work that you and BET are doing in Chicago, man. So keep grinding. And those of you, man, that may not know the may not be familiar with the Black Ensemble Theater, by all means, Google them. If you can, donate to the Black Ensemble Theater. They are an institution in Chicago. I mean, so many great artists get their start through programs just like this. They get their start and they're just trying to see if this is something they want to do, and obviously they get bit by the bug, they get inspired, and they want to do more. And so, kudos to what you all do. And as Ruben said in our last live, this was not a volunteer. This was a paid internship. So. They had to set money aside in the midst of COVID, Jesus, and make sure they took care of artists, because that's what it's all about, right? It's all about taking care of the artists and especially the artists that's coming behind us. And so, hats off to Black Ensemble Theater for doing all the great things you all are doing in Chicago. And so, Ruben, again, thank you, sir. I appreciate you so much, man. So I salute you, King. Hats off to you, man, for doing a great job with this project, man. Keep up the great work, and man, keep us posted on anything else you have coming up. Now you have some music's coming out too pretty soon too, right?
Yes, sir. I'm
Oh,
so
cool.
excited. I'm so excited. I just heard the mixed, like literally, I literally right before this happened, I heard the mixed finished product. So I can't even really talk today because
What?
I'm really, really excited, and yeah, that's when it drops, I will let you know. As a matter of fact, you're gonna be one of the first. You're gonna be the first person that I'm gonna say it's done. So,
Oh man, come through, because we got to do this live. I would love to get all these artists on, and we talk about that process. Because now, is this something that they just did recently, or is this a project you all been working on for a minute?
I don't want to say it. Yes, it's been in the works for a while, but we just recently recorded it. So
Gotcha.
we've been working on it for a little bit, and I haven't gotten the permission from everybody that's involved yet to so I'm just kind of waiting, but I'm excited. So
It's gonna be. I can't wait to hear it. So please, I can't wait. Matter of fact, my phone gonna be sitting, and as soon as it say done, I'm like, come through. Let me hear. Let me hear all the ear candy.
and when I say it's ear candy,
I'm ready. You
Lord.
told me some of the people that's involved. I'm like, you trying to start something? You trying to start something?
Oh Lord.
When you told me some of the people, I was like, see, you playing with all my emotions with all this. So I'm really excited, man. I really can't wait. So please, by all means, let me know. Once you get everything settled with that, I would love to have you guys back on and talk about it. And if the cast can come, or the rest of the artists can come from prior commitments or contracts, I understand all that too. Then if you'll come back and talk about it, I think it'll be great. And then maybe if especially you'll have some visuals that are gonna go with it too as well,
Oh,
right?
it's a music video that's gonna go. I listen.
All
I'm
right.
excited.
So we can debut. We can debut it on this platform. I'm. That sounds amazing. So I'm a little excited. I'm a little excited. Yeah. So that's dope. That's really really dope. So Ruben, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm excited about all the creative stuff that you are continue to do. You're constantly innovative. You're doing things that are innovative, and that's really really dope. So stay creative, stay positive, stay clear, man. So I'll talk to you next time, bro. Let me get
Yes,
out of here.
sir.
All right. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
All right. Later. Man, that was Rueben D. Echoles, and he's serious about the D, y'all. So that was Rueben D. Echoles and the cast of Urban Love Story. This summer, they had a task to take one of his scripts that he wrote as a theatrical production, and they adapted it to a film project. It's going to debut this Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. You just got to follow the Black Ensemble Theater page, or if you follow Black Ensemble Theater on Facebook, you can see it there as well. So this has been a great exclusive Moments of Clarity. I'm so excited. We're going to have another guest next Thursday, another creative professional that I'm not going to say. I'll start promoting it this weekend. But we're going to have a lot of great conversations. And so I just thank you for taking time out anytime that we come on. I really, really appreciate it. By all means, follow me here on Facebook. Also follow my professional page, but also follow me on YouTube. There's some things that we do specifically on YouTube that we don't necessarily do on Facebook. So follow me on YouTube, and that way you can catch up with some of those things as well. Until next Tuesday, I have a guest on Tuesday that's going to come. He's one of my homeboys from Chicago. He's an artist, and he's a singing machine. So you can Google him. You can go to YouTube. There's thousands of videos of him singing. It is Jamie Simon. So Jamie Simon, I worked with him for a long time. He's a great friend. And so we have a lot of things that we're going to be diving into and talk about some things he's working on musically. And it's going to be a great time. So next Tuesday at 3 p.m., we're going to be right back here for Moments of Clarity. Until next week, please stay positive. It's important that you stay positive out in these streets. Stay creative. And most importantly, stay clear. We'll see you on Tuesday. Till next time. Bye-bye.